Looking ahead to the trading week beginning June 6th, we're off to a pretty weak start for the month of June, down 3 of the last 4 weeks now. When you go across all 4 indices, the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Russell. So what seemed like strength in the last full week of May has immediately turned around. Not the same distance. We haven't retraced all of the up move that we got at the end of last month, but it is still a weak start. And part of it has to do with the weekly change that we see in yields, which have gone up quite a bit. From the 27th to the 3rd, we've had the 2-year up 19 basis points, the 5-year up 23 basis points, the 10-year up 22 basis points, and the 30-year up 15 basis points. If we compare that to the monthly performance, most of the curve on the 27th was lower than it was at the end of April. So April had higher end rates than May did. We've already surpassed some of those levels in the first week of June. Now, we do have an RBA, Reserve Bank of Australia, and a European Central Bank rate meetings next week. The Reserve Bank of Australia hiked rates at their last meeting. They're expected to do the same at this meeting. We're not expecting any surprises there, but the ECB decision and statement and news conference will be extremely interesting given the sort of pivot that Christine Lagarde did, starting with the blog post about 10 days ago on the ECB's website, and then going into public speeches, basically saying that they needed to keep an eye on inflation. So it'll be interesting to see if they make any comments or maybe even movements that would affect the euro. You're going to want to watch that very closely. Now, in terms of data this week, Monday, we get UK retail sales and Japanese household spending. Tuesday, we get that Reserve Bank of Australia rate decision and press conference. We also get Japan coincident index and their GDP. German construction PMI is also on Tuesday. Wednesday, in the EU, we get a GDP revision. That's the 3rd revision of that GDP. Thursday, we get an ECB rate decision and press conference. We also get Japanese PPI figures. Then on Friday, we get Canadian unemployment figures and US CPI. So Consumer Price Index in the U.S. coming out on Friday. We also get the preliminary June Michigan sentiment figures, as well as the inflation expectations that come with that.